Hey everybody! Today was day one of my certified yoga teacher training with Breathe for Change. And I had such a powerful day that I've decided to vlog through this experience. Now, if you know anything about me or my household, you know that I love cats and they will likely hop into frame. We already have Margot's tail making a guest appearance, so you might see a little bit of Pancho and Margot in this as well. I've been gone all day and they definitely want some lovin'. But back to the point. Today I just wrapped up my first day of training with Breathe for Change. Breathe for Change is an organization that helps teachers and educators and education professionals find their own wellness, trains them how to show others how to be well, and also trains us in the teaching of yoga. So at the end of this training, I will walk away a certified yoga teacher with 200 hours of practice, as well as a Breathe for Change wellness champion. So I have a lot of great information to take back to my campus, back to my students, and to my friends and family. My big takeaway today is that I have an overwhelming sense of belonging, and there was an overwhelming affirmation today that I'm exactly where I need to be. When I signed up for this training back in November, I wanted practical results. I wanted to be a certified yoga teacher. My professional interests lie in social and emotional learning, and I wanted to be able to bring some stuff back to school. That's about all my intentions were. Recently, though, I've gone through a very difficult time. The past year, many of my weekends have been spent in funeral homes, in the hospital, for others, not myself. Stressful times at work, stressful times in a partnership, stressful times with family, stressful times just all around the board. It's been a very difficult year, and I learned more this year than I've learned in any other year in my life, which is probably universal for many 27-year-olds. But with all of the giving that I was doing at work and all of the blows I was taking emotionally through, myriad problems, I'm empty. This month felt worthless and purposeless, and I didn't know where I was going in life, and I felt really alone. So coming into this space today with Breathe for Change and walking away feeling like I am exactly where I need to be is incredible. I never thought I would feel this again. I wanted to share the power of absorbing your universe and really listening to it, because today proved to me that that's incredibly important. So this morning we started off with a just hour-long asana practice. It was lovely. And when our practice was over, I looked over to the person right next to me and we introduced ourselves. And it turns out she is dear colleagues with my cousin, who works in her school district and does technology work at her school. And this blew me away because I have a small family. We're from a town 3.5 hours away, and this is one of my just absolute favorite family members because I really feel like I resonate with him. So just out of chance, walking into a room with maybe 100 other teachers, and sitting by chance down next to someone who knew my cousin I resonate with was just immediately so welcoming and warming. So little things like this happen throughout the day. When I walked in, the song Blackbird by the Beatles was playing, and I just experienced a funeral of a dear friend who was our age. It was very sudden and very upsetting. And his gift to the world was his light and his laughter and his love. And the first song that played at his funeral was Blackbird. That's what was playing whenever we walked in. And there was a lovely performance. And to walk into a space and hear that certainly pulled at my heartstrings. And then to meet someone who knew my family was incredible. Just everywhere I looked, there was something there, from the matching tattoo I have with one of the facilitators, to the lead facilitator being a triathlete, to finding colleagues who are in my school district who I didn't even know were there. There are just so many little signs that told me, yes, you need to be here today. So I arrived at the training site at 7:30 this morning and left at 7, and knew that immediately I had to go home and record this after 11 and a half hours of training, of body work, of learning about yoga philosophy, of learning about social and emotional learning. After 11 and a half hours of being in a professional development mindset, I came home and had to do this. I was that invigorated. So my main takeaway from day one is you are where you are supposed to be. Trust the process. Every person is where they are supposed to be. Whether you know it or not, look around you, be present, and your answer is there. To conclude this video, I really want to share a passage from my favorite book. This book gets me through hardships time and time again, and has forever changed my worldview. It's called You Are Here by Thich Nhat Hanh. It's the very first piece of Eastern philosophy or religion that I read, and it really speaks to you about being present, being mindful in every facet of your life. So coming into this practice with all of that suffering and loss and grief, entering a space with like-minded individuals who resonate with me, who are in union with me, made me realize the important practice of letting go. So I'd like to share this passage with you. He writes, "If there are things that are causing you to suffer, you have to know how to let go of them. Happiness can be attained by letting go, including letting go of your ideas about happiness. You imagine that certain conditions are necessary to your happiness, but deep looking will reveal to you that those notions are the very things standing in the way of happiness and are making you suffer." I look forward to sharing more of my experience with you. Thank you for listening. Future videos, I'm sure, will be more brief, but thank you for listening to my story and my experience. And remember, you are here, you're present, you're where you need to be.